Are you serious? Are you serious? What? Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. What you're looking at is a map of the super typhoon Yolanda, also known as Haiyan. It is super typhoon Yolanda, and it is on a collision course right for the Philippine Islands. This storm is of biblical proportions. This is an apocalyptic event. And let me just say this to you now. Heidi last night had a dream. She got up this morning at 5 a.m. and said to me, Paul, I have had a very intense dream last night. I was in the Philippines and it was massive destruction and chaos in the Philippines. It was horrific. Oh, warn the people to pray. So I'm doing that today. I need you to pray. I need you to pray for the people of the Philippines. This storm. I said, honey, there's a storm going that way. She goes, you better check the map. You better find out what's going on because I have suffered many things in a dream this night. And so this is the map. Now, let me just show you a little bit about it. And, oh, by the way, don't miss the show today because we will not only cover this storm, but we've got more to cover. The comet Haiyan is coming into view. Also, and our special guest on the show, Jesse from BP Earthwatch, will be there. Are you serious? If you've ever seen his YouTube channel, that is BP Earthwatch. Jesse of BP Earthwatch will be our guest today on the show. I want to thank Nick of Austin, Texas for getting that arranged. And I'm thankful to Jesse that he's coming on. What a great day to have him, by the way, with Comet Haiyan roaring toward the earth, with the asteroids, the meteorites, and we've had tremendous amount of swarms of earthquakes on the earth. And we've had swarms of solar flare eruptions, many of which have been X-class of nature. And I'm wondering, do all of these things, the comet Haiyan, the solar flares on the sun, the earthquakes on the earth, and the super typhoon Yolanda, are they all connected somehow from in the heavens? And oh, by the way, what does the Bible say? Well, the Bible says, in Luke chapter 21, verse 25, for there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and distress of nations with perplexity and the sea and the waves roaring. What? This is of apocalyptic nature. I want to show you right now. I'm going to show you the storm. I have a satellite picture of it. I'll show it to you in a moment. Let's look at the path of the storm. As we speak right now, or just about an hour ago, or so, 5 a.m. local time, there you see where the storm is, headed toward the Philippines. Let me tell you about this storm just a minute. It is super typhoon Yolanda becomes extremely catastrophic super typhoon. It is considered as the most powerful of all super typhoons this year, without question. It's more dangerous than others, and it is headed for these provinces of the Philippines, as well as the whole nation, the whole island nation of the Philippines. The potential landfall area of this super typhoon is likely along the northern Leyte around noon Friday, on or around. This typhoon is similar in track, but more powerful in strength than the super typhoon Mike that literally destroyed the islands of the Philippines back on November the 12th, 1990. Some of you may have remembered that. Residents living along the eastern seaboards of the Philippines need to buckle down. They need to evacuate. They need to get out of the way. The problem is the storm is so big. It is so huge. It is so massive. The storm surge is so incredible. The winds are unreal, folks, as we speak. 175 miles an hour winds right now, and expecting to increase. Are you listening? This is bigger than a Category 5 hurricane. This is a super typhoon of apocalyptic nature. So there you see where the storm is now. By 2 a.m. tomorrow, it will be approaching the Philippines. They will be feeling tremendous gusts of wind and rain. By 2 p.m. tomorrow, it'll be in the heart of the Philippine Islands, bringing down literally catastrophic situation developing, and will continue even as of 2 a.m. Saturday, November 9th. You'll see it'll still be passing, but the damage will still be continuing as it continues its path on toward the mainland. There is, folks, this is a very serious situation developing right now as we speak. Now, let me just say this. Let me quickly show you some more information. I want to show you what this storm looks like right now. This is a satellite view of it. Are you serious? What? Are you serious? This thing is enormous. It is absolutely unbelievably a monster roaring in the sea. You know, the Hebraic word for roaring is echoing. And they said before the tsunami in 2004 that came up on Indonesia, that they could hear the sea an echo. When the waters went out to sea, they heard an echo. The people stood saying, what's going on? And then they seen the 100-foot wall of water racing about 300 miles an hour toward the shores. It's too late then. Let me just say this. This is not a tsunami. This is a super typhoon Yolanda, but it is absolutely in a devastating track toward the Philippine Islands. Now, meanwhile, you need to also know that there was a volcano eruption in Indonesia that sent plumes of ash 7 kilometers in the air. A very extensive eruption that took place yesterday. Also, there are earthquakes taking place as we speak. Earlier today, we've had several earthquakes. I'm trying to read them here real quickly. I'm sorry. We had a pretty good size one in Indonesia. We've also had a 4.1 in Guatemala, 4.3 in Alaska, and a 4.4 in India, and a 4.5 earthquake in Colombia as this storm approaches. But listen, Heidi had dreams about this storm. She was very, very, very upset and concerned and said, please ask the people to pray. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. We're going to be monitoring this today, as well as the events of Comet Haiyan as it's approaching the sun, traveling at an enormous speed right now. It was captured on, there was a picture taken of it that was quite significant. We're going to find out what Jesse of EP Earthwatch is going to share with us today concerning these apocalyptic events. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. If you're not saved, it's time to give your life to Jesus Christ, because we're truly living in the last days. Call upon the name of the Lord, and you shall be saved.